This is the test of International English Language Testing System and the taking place on Thursday, the 20th March at Shah Sultan Science Academy. The center number is SS1023 and the candidate name is Limon Ahmed Jivan. The candidate number is 10234. The examiner name is the Shah Sultan and the examiner number is 03456. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
May I know your full name, please?
Well, my full name is Limon Ahmed Jibon. Please call me Jibon.
Jivan. So, where are you from?
I'm actually from Dirai, which is in Shunamgon district, but currently I live here in Sylhet.
As this is your practice speaking test, so you don't need to show your passport. So let's move on speaking part one. So now, in the first part of the test, I'm gonna ask you some questions about yourself.
Okay,
So
sir.
let's talk about what you do. Do you work or are you a student?
I am actually full-time student, and currently I am studying BA honors, and I study from MC College.
What subject are you studying?
Actually, my major is BBA honors, Bachelor Business Administration.
So why did you choose this subject?
I think it's kind of related to my future as I have a plan to create a business. So I think my subject will help me in the future.
All right, so let's talk about clothing. So, what's your favorite item of clothing?
Genuinely speaking, I kind of fond of wearing t-shirts as well as Punjabis. Right now, I'm wearing Punjabi. Whenever I like wear this kind of clothes, I feel so comfortable.
Are there any traditional clothes in your country?
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier that I wear Punjabi, so yeah, this is our traditional cloth, and most of the people prefer to wear.
Where do you usually purchase your clothes?
Honestly speaking, there are so many like wealthy shops, but I do prefer buy from some retail stores so that I can get the product cheaper.
Have you ever bought clothes from online?
Yeah, I definitely do. Like for example, a couple of months ago, me and my friend ordered a T-shirt, actually two T-shirt for both of us, and the quality was not so good, but I think yeah, it was quite experience.
Let's talk about photos. So, how do you keep your photos?
I actually not very much that kind of person who takes a lot of photos. But to answer your question, I would say like I prefer to like picture myself by through my mobile phone, and I store in Google Drive account.
So, do you use computers to keep your photographs?
No, I do not because as I have a smartphone with me, so I do prefer to store my photos in my mobile phone.
Have you framed any of your photos?
Honestly speaking, in my childhood, yes, I had a photo frame, but recently I'm not very much keen into it.
Do people love to take photos in your country?
As far as I'm concerned, yeah, most of the people are now very much, optimistic about their clicking photos. Most of the places they went, they prefer to, picture themselves and capture their memories.
Let's talk about gifts. When do you send gifts?
As far as I can recall from my memory, most of the time when I am very much in need of giving them to my friends or family member, I do prefer to buy gifts. But it's happened, like once in a blue moon, I think. To be
When was the last time you received a gift?
um, honestly, if I say, then it would be a couple of years ago. I got a mobile phone from one of my friend who lived in France, but recently he came in Bangladesh.
Have you received a gift you didn't like?
As far as I can remember, there was a gift who has sent it by my cousin, and it was a T-shirt, and he just like brought the T-shirt from online store. So the quality was not so good, and when I just first time saw the gift and feel the material, I was not very much good because it was not price worthing. So yeah, that was a time.
Now, in this part, I'm gonna give you a topic and I would like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say and you can make notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes, I do, sir.
Alright, so Here's some blank paper and a pen for making notes. Here is a topic. Describe a friend who has played an important part in your life. Remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time is up. Could you start speaking now, please?
Well, when it comes to talk about an important person, important friend that who has an important role in my life, then I always think about one of my friend whose name is Enam. The reason I chose this person is because like he has a great influence in my life. So we have spent our time almost half of our time together in, if I talk about the life. The first moment when we meet to each other, it was about I think 7 years ago when we were studying at our school. So there was a particular day when I was just casually sitting on the bench and listening the lecture. And afterwards, the moment he came to the class and our instructor has given his introduction, and there was not so many seats were empty. He just preferred to sit beside me, and there was an empty seat. So when we first start our conversation, it was a time when we talk about a lot of things, a lot of casual things that we might to talk about each other. So that was the time when I feel that that person has something special in him. And as a result, I eventually feel when we were spending so much time together, we played football, cricket, badminton, as well as we play Ludo. So like the overall experience with him, I would say like he was quite generous person, and whenever he finds to find someone who is very much in need of help, he always prefers to help them with money or with his time. No matter what, he will be always there for them. And the personality he has is just amazing. An overall feeling for me was like whenever I am with him, I feel always special because he kind of give me that scope to feel like
So,
that.
do you think friends are important?
Yeah, I definitely feel that friends are important in our life because as they have their own role and they give you time and they listen what you say. So yeah, definitely they are important.
All right, so could you please pass back the topic
Yeah,
and cue for
definitely.
them? We have been talking about a friend who has played an important part in your life, and I would like to ask you a few more questions related to this. So, would you like to have a few good friends or a lot of friends?
In my opinion, I would rather prefer a few good friends because like whenever someone is with you and he is engaging their type, like properly and with being honest with you. So I think it's kind of feel that it is very appropriate in our life because having some negative kind of friends in our life is not just delve our life in a negative way, but also like we kind of miss the opportunities that we can acquire from the future, as well as we kind of like lost from our track, and we lost our communication to other, and as well as its affect also our behavior.
If you had a problem, would you go to your friends or family?
Honestly speaking, it would be depend on my situation because if I get that kind of situation who like when I must need my family support, so yeah, definitely I would prefer my family before my friends. But there are so many situations where we can like ask help from our friends, and they will definitely come to us at least. And for example, if I say a couple of days ago I was just like not having too much money, so I just called my friend, and he was the one who gave me 2000, and yeah, I some kind of spent the time.
So, do you think it's always better to talk to your friends about such a problem?
Yeah, it's totally depend on the person. That person who is your friend is he's playing an important role in your life or not. If that person is trustable and worth telling, then I think yeah, you can talk about your problems as far as he can understand your situation. So yeah, he would able to at least give you some suggestions or something like that. But I do prefer to not to tell all the things to your friend, because I think we kind of have our own personality, own belief in ourselves. We can store our something secret on our own self. So yeah, that's it.
Is it important to have friends from other countries?
Yeah, definitely, it is important because, like, when you have friends from other nation, then it not only gives you the opportunity to, like, share your, like, experiences, and as well as the culture that you are having, but also like you are the one who will be benefited from him by, like, for example, if I say you can learn their language, as well as you can observe themselves, that what they do on special occasions or something like events, and what they are act to certain, like certain type of activities. So the overall observation you might acquire from the person while having a foreign friend, I think it is appropriate in our life, and we can also like gather so many information related to the other culture, and we can define them or something, we can get an experience at least from them.
Thank you so much. That's the end of your speaking test.